Be the Batman. Be the Batman. Hey, be the Batman. Buy my game, Arkham Knight. It comes out June 23rd.
What's up, DC Nation? It's Brent here with week 2 of the DC All Access Correspondent Search. I cannot believe I'm still here living my dream. Thank you so much for the continued support. It means so much, but something just seems off this week. Hold on. That's more like it. Oh look, Arkham Knight. What crazy random happenstance. Be the Batman as the award-winning Arkham franchise returns with Arkham Knight. Take control of the Caped Crusader and do battle with some of the biggest names in Batman history like the Riddler, Poison Ivy, Firefly, Two-Face, Penguin, Scarecrow, oh yeah, and the Arkham Knight who commands a giant army and a lot of mystery. And it's not just Batman, you can also be the Batmobile, be the Robin, be the Nightwing, even be the Harley Quinn with a special pre-order bonus. Make sure you pre-order your copy today. I know I already have mine, and make sure you pick up Batman Arkham Knight when it drops June 23rd. So this week's challenge is all about Be the Batman. We've been encouraged to talk about how Batman has inspired us or someone that we know to stand up to an injustice. It's going to get a little serious here. This is kind of a personal story that only those close to me know. But this is the point where I wish I could sit here and tell you that I stood up to some great injustice at some point in my life, but that's not the case. This story is actually about a friend of mine who did that, and the injustice was created by me. Because the truth of it is, we can't always be the heroes of our own story. Sometimes we have to be the villain, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing, because it helps us grow and become better people. In high school, I was like the Flash and Green Lantern kid. Everyone knew I loved that. I had a friend named Ben, who was like the Batman guy, and we'd really bonded over the years over our love of DC. Towards my senior year, I took a turn down like a darker path, where I've always been a smart guy. I used to make like A's, and by this point I was making like low C's. I wasn't putting in for scholarships in college. Like, I didn't care about my future, and I'd started drinking and, you know, going to parties and doing all that kind of stuff, worried about my social standing. The short of it is, senior year, it was at a school function, and me and about 7 friends were drinking on the school trip. A few of them were caught. It was initially set up where 3 of them were going to take the fall, and the rest of us were going to get off. People's consciences got the better of them. They slowly admitted to it, where I was the last one standing. Take it to a Batman perspective, it's kind of like I was like the head of the Falcone family or something to that effect. And I had all these people set up to take the fall for me while I can get away with this. Being a fan of Batman, he knew I was involved in it, and he recognized that as an injustice, because this wasn't some small deal. Like, we were getting our rights to go to senior prom taken away, and more importantly, we couldn't walk at graduation. It was hard for him to do because we were friends, but he stood up to that injustice, and he didn't let me get away with it. He made it known that I was involved and put me away, if you will. And it was something I was really mad about at first, but what it did was it caused me to sit and reflect in a very positive way, to where by the time I was in college, I wasn't drinking anymore. I wasn't worried about social and all that stuff. I had started applying myself again, to where I was able to graduate college with a 3.9 GPA and summa cum laude. And more importantly, I was given the highest scholarship ever given in the communications department at the time, and that was a huge deal and honor for me, and I wouldn't have been able to do that had those situations not happened. So it wasn't me doing something inspired by Batman, but it was my friend who was inspired by Batman. He stood up to my injustice, and it helped me turn my life around. And in regards to that, like, Batman really helped me reshape my life. It sounds silly, and I know it's a crazy situation, but that's why he stood up to it, because he loved Batman and he recognized that. And had he not done that, I wouldn't have been caught, I would have gotten away with it, and I likely would have been on a much darker path, and I would not be here today following my dreams in the DC All Access Correspondent Search. So I'm here with Van, and you're still a big Batman fan all these years later, which is amazing. All those years ago when everything happened, you'd initially apologize to me to try to rekindle our friendship, and today I'm going to give that back to you, and instead I'm going to thank you, which is something that I've never done. Thank you for being the Batman and standing up to injustice all those years ago. It sounds corny, but if you hadn't done it, I would not be the person I am today. It really helped turn my life around and make me a better person. So thank you for that. And the point I'm trying to make here, I guess, is if you're younger, first off, don't put yourself in the situation I was in. You're better than that. But if you ever see an injustice, whether it's someone you don't know or someone that you do, stand up to it. Be the Batman, even if you feel like you're risking a friendship. Because at the end of the day, it's going to help out, and someone's going to be made better for it. And so thank you once again. And on a lighter note, Batman Arkham Knight comes out June 23rd. I know I'm going to get it.
Oh yeah, I'm all over that.
Alright, so thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you next week in the DC All Access Correspondent Search.
Down with the Arkham Knight. Guy's a real jerk. He tried to shoot me with a helicopter.